Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you are watching the Week Ahead Show. So let us discuss about what's going to happen in the next week. But before that, let's have a brief outlook of what has happened in the past week and the major events from there. So past week, let us open up the chart and see the Nifty levels. So this is the weekly chart I've opened up for Nifty. As you can see, the weekly chart, it ended in the red. So Nifty is down almost 1.06 percentage, or about 171 points down from last Monday to last Friday. So Nifty ending the week with in the red slightly. Bank Nifty even more bearish. Bank Nifty is down 1.26 percentage on a weekly basis, and it is close to 441 points down from last Monday to last Friday. Talking about sectors, the IT sector was the worst hit in the last week. It is down almost 6 percentage from Monday to Friday because of TCS coming up with bad results. And since Monday, the stock has been continuously falling, and now it is below 3,000. And not only TCS, all the other IT stocks have been performing negatively from the results of TCS. So the IT sector was the worst hit among the other sectors. Talking about FII DII activities, FIIs have sold for almost 6,000 crores, and DIIs have bought for around 2,000 crores in the last week is what we can see. And apart from that, some important news was the US inflation, which came at 9.1 percentage higher than expectation. But interestingly, the US markets did not react that much, and in fact ended positively on Friday. So things are looking up because markets have already factored in the higher inflation going forward, and definitely the crude oil prices are coming down. So going ahead, markets expect that things to look more bullish for the economy. So that is why the markets are not reacting to negative news. Coming to other inflation data, we had the Indian inflation data coming in at 7.01 percentage, which is better than expectation. So things are looking good for the Indian economy as well. And also we had the German inflation data coming in at 7.6 percentage. So things are looking there as well, because that was in line with the expectation from the German markets. Talking about the SGX Nifty has closed well in the green. So how much it has, let us see. It has ended 16,215. So that indicates almost a 175 points gap up from where our markets have closed. So things are looking pretty good there, because the US markets were doing very well on Friday. That is why SGX Nifty is showing such a huge gap up. So it ended at 16,215. And also one more interesting thing to see is the India VIX crashing. So India VIX is now at 17.6, and it was down almost 4 percentage yesterday. So going ahead, lower VIX indicates the bull markets can resume. So definitely we are going to be looking up for that. So markets can rally further from here. So India VIX is at a good level is what we can see. Even the US VIX has crashed almost 8 percentage yesterday, down to 24.22. Okay, so these are the important data from the last week. Now let us come to the next week, what we can expect. So for that, the crude oil prices, it is still trading below $100. It is right now at 97.59. So it has not risen up much. So it is still below $100. That is good to see. The currency index, the dollar index, has come down slightly, 107.9. So things are looking good over there as well. Now coming to Nifty and Bank Nifty. Nifty definitely ended in the green after a lot of violent movements in the last few days. So Nifty ending above 16,000 is good, and in fact it ended close to 16,050. So the things are looking good, and definitely SGX Nifty is up. So if the Asian markets are in the green tomorrow, so we can expect almost a 200 point gap up in the markets, and then let us see where the markets go, because we have multiple resistance on the upside. So resistance you can look out for in the next week is definitely 16,250, 16,400 and 16,600. So these are the levels we will be looking for on the upside. On the downside, definitely 16,000, then around 15,920, and then 15,850 levels should be watched out for in case of Nifty. And in case of Bank Nifty, 34,800 remains an important resistance, And the way things are looking right now, markets will obviously open with a huge gap up above that level of 34,800. And if that is the case, definitely 35,100 is going to be acting as the next level of resistance. And if that is broken, 35,500, that is the high of last week, will act as a resistance for Bank Nifty. So definitely look out for those. So on the top side, 36,000 is the major level. If that is crossed, we can expect further bullishness in the Bank Nifty. So these are the levels on the upside. And on the downside, 34,500 should hold as an important level of support for Bank Nifty in the coming days. So these are the views on Bank Nifty, and Bank Nifty will be important to watch out in the next week because the HDFC results have been out. We have talked about this. HDFC results was due to be announced on Saturday, and it is out, and the results are in line with expectation, and people are expecting a positive opening for HDFC Bank. The result was good. So definitely HDFC Bank, it ended in the green on Friday. Yes, on Friday, and definitely tomorrow morning it should open with a gap up, and it should continue its up move because people are expecting a positive momentum in HDFC Bank after the good results. So definitely keep an eye out for this. And if HDFC Bank moves up, definitely the Bank Nifty as a whole will move up because this has the highest weightage in Bank Nifty. So definitely HDFC Bank, you should be watching out for that stock for tomorrow. Apart from that, we have talked about the levels of Bank Nifty. Open interest wise, Bank Nifty has 35,000 as a strong level on the upside. The highest amount of calls are being written over there, and on the downside we have 34,500 to act as a good level of support for Bank Nifty in the coming days. Coming to Nifty, let us open up Nifty for a second. 1 second. Yes, Nifty. So talking about Nifty, we have the levels of 16,000 to act as a very, very strong level of support for the markets because we see that the highest amount of put build-up was there in 16,000 levels on Friday. So from there, we can expect markets to rally further from there, and then 16,600 on the upside has the highest amount of call build-up. So people are expecting a good amount of positive momentum coming in at Bank Nifty. So definitely watch out for those levels. So 16,000 should act as a very, very strong support because these people will be getting into trouble if market breaks 16,000 by any chance, and that can propel the markets even lower. So 16,000 should hold, and price action wise, I've told you the last level you should be watching out for is 15,850. And definitely on the top side, there are multiple resistances, and people are expecting a bullish move. Even the put call ratio is at 1.11, which indicates more amount of puts have been written than calls, which indicates bullishness in the market. So this is the Nifty's OI data. Next week, economic calendar, if we look at, we have some data to be announced. Coming first with Wednesday, we have the UK coming out with its inflation data. Expectation is 9.2%. Anything below that will be considered as a positive, and markets can rally from there. That is the UK inflation data on Wednesday. Thursday, we have at 5:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we have the ECB interest rate decision. That is the European Central Bank will be coming out with its interest rate decision. This time they are expecting a hike of 25 basis point or 0.25%. So if it is more than that, then the markets can react. But again, we are seeing the markets are not reacting that much to the inflationary news. So that can be a non-event as well. And on Friday, we have the Japanese inflation rate coming in at 5 a.m. in the morning, Indian Standard Time. So we will be looking out for that as well. But overall, these economic data which will be coming out next week is not that important because US markets will not be coming out with any important data. So from that point of view, economic calendar point of view, there's nothing much to look into. But what's important is the quarterly results have been started. So TCS already came out with its results previous week, and things was not looking good for TCS. So this week we have some important results as well. So on Tuesday we have the Hindustan Unilever coming out with its quarterly results. and so the FMCG sector will be affected from that. And definitely if Hindustan Unilever moves significantly, ITC and other stocks will also move along with that. So definitely look out for Hindustan Unilever results on Tuesday. On Friday we have the Reliance Industries coming out with its results, so very very important, but this is most probably going to be after market hours, because Reliance usually they post the results on Friday evening, so the reaction of this will only be felt on next Monday. So Friday Reliance results, and on Saturday we are having two major banks, Kotak Bank and ICICI Bank, coming out with its quarterly results. Again, that will be felt on next Monday. So these are the things, major stocks you should be watching out for, and the results are going to be announced. So definitely try to be on the right side of the markets. Things are looking bullish. We are expecting a strong gap up tomorrow, and the outlook for the next week is bullish, is what I will say. And so let us join tomorrow for the pre-market show and see where the Asian markets have opened, because if they open in the green, we can expect the markets to open with a strong gap up, and from there the levels will be discussed in tomorrow morning's show. Until then, have a good night and thank you for watching.